Hey y'all, we are back and we have another grant. And if you are currently experiencing a hardship that is affecting you being able to successfully run your business, this is going to be the grant opportunity for you. This grant opportunity is for $1,000. Of course, it is free money that you do not have to pay back. And the hardship for you could be that you're not able to make payroll, that you lost a contract, that you're just overwhelmed as an entrepreneur and you need a mental health break, that you're not able to make your rent payments, that you're not able to pay for your products, or you're not able to put on whatever it is that's related to your service. If it's a conference, if it's in a summit, if it's an event, these are the things that the grantor specifically stated could potentially make you eligible for this $1,000 grant opportunity, but they said you do not have to stick to what they put in there. So please make sure you pay attention to this video and make sure that if you are experiencing a hardship in your business, that you apply for this grant opportunity immediately, because a grantor can close a grant at any time that they see fit for any reason. And we do not want you to continue to experience this hardship if you are eligible for $1,000. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. I am Ebony, a licensed attorney out of the state of Missouri, and on this channel, we focus on grants, legal tips, and setting the foundation for your business to get you to generational wealth, because yes, money is good, but we want our money to serve generation after generation after generation. And if you do not get this grant opportunity, there are other hardship grant opportunities in the small business grant playlist that is on this channel. There's also no business needed grant opportunities in there. There's no deadline grant opportunities in there. And there are global opportunities for individuals that might not be located inside of the US to potentially walk away with a grant opportunity. And y'all, I have hit 50,000 subscribers, and I can only say how grateful I am for your support. And because of that, I'm running an even better promotion on both of my ebooks. The entire bundle is going to be substantially discounted. Link will be in the description to the website to take you to that deal. It is going to be limited, so get it if you're interested, because the price will definitely go back up to where it currently is right now. But that workbook, it is 130 pages of content. It talks about if you get the grant, if you don't get the grant, applying for the grant, finding grants, sample answers, quizzes, fill in the blanks, all things to help you submit a successful grant application. Now, if you don't want to wait for the YouTube videos, go on over to the Patreon. I just dropped links to grants, and you can then go and apply for the grants whenever you have the time to do so. But remember, you do not want to miss an opportunity because you delayed that application. And if you would like for me to possibly find a grant for you in your city, state, and our industry, please leave your information in the comments. No personal information for the fraud people and the scammers to get to you. Literally just city, state, and type of business, so I can look for grants and possibly find something for you. Now, back to this grant opportunity. It is $1,000. You must be experiencing a hardship, but there are other things, and it's mainly questions. Now, this grant, it does ask you a lot of questions to answer. However, 90% of the questions are drop down, so you can get through this application incredibly fast. Also, the grantor, which we've talked about, they said you must be concise and brief with your answers. The only difference is this grantor does not tell you how brief and how concise to be. I would say, because they don't give you a character count, typically 500 characters, not words, up to 1,000 characters is what most grantors are looking for when they ask you to be concise. Some of the questions that you're going to have to answer is, tell them about your business, right? All grantors need to know, what are they supporting? And then also, who are they supporting? They will ask for a profit and loss statement, and it has to be for the past 12 months. So if you don't have that, get it together, and that could be part of your hardship, right? I've been trying to get an accountant and it is not working. So now you are applying for this $1,000 small business grant opportunity to help you get QuickBooks or whatever it is that you're going to utilize. They also want to know, and y'all already know, what are you doing in community? Grantors want to know that the grantee is immersed in their community, and then also that means that the money that they give to you is going to be spread out further than if you're doing nothing for community and you're only focused on yourself. They also want to know, why do you need the grant? And we talked about examples at the top of the video, so you can go back and listen to that if you missed some of that, but make sure it is actually applicable to you if you're going to use one of those ideas. But then y'all already know, what are you going to do with the money? And they did say break it down. And we've talked about this in the past, where when you are preparing a budget or you're telling a grantor what you're going to do with the money that they're going to give you, they want the highest level of detail to ensure that the money is going somewhere that they would want it to go. Now, y'all, we know grants are taxable income. So make sure you are allotting a percentage. I typically say 10%. I'm a lawyer, I'm not an accountant, so please do not rely on this information. But if you can get to an accountant, do that, because even though it's $1,000, Uncle Sam wants its cut because it is still viewed as income to your business. And an additional question they ask is, how are you going to measure success, right? So how are you going to know that this hardship grant has assisted you with overcoming or moving the needle on your hardship? So they are looking for data. They also want to know, what are you doing for your mental health? Okay. What are you doing to keep yourself balanced? And again, it could be that that's the hardship. I need to find space for myself. They also ask, in addition to the community question, your mentorship. Are you mentoring individuals? Are you philanthropic? They want to make sure that you are a well-rounded small business owner that they are assisting through this hardship. And then most grantors will give you the opportunity where they say, is there anything else you want to tell us? Yes. If there is something that, based off of the question, and remember, most of these questions are drop down. So it could be a drop down where you're like, I picked it, but there's an explanation. That can be the space to do that. But I would recommend that you use that space to sell yourself and to talk a little bit more substantively about your hardship if you were not able to communicate that through the drop down. I would also give you this advice. When the grantor gives you these drop downs, because there is an other at the bottom, if you can fit into those drop downs, truthfully, pick one of the drop downs, right? Because the grantors has sat at the table and said, these are the things that come top of mind for us, for individuals to be experiencing, or these should be the responses that we would typically see for someone that we are going to award this $1,000 hardship small business grant opportunity to. Okay, y'all, make sure you leave that comment. Let me know where you're watching from, city, state, and our industry, so I can possibly, no guarantee, find a grant opportunity for you. Now, with all of this great information, let's look at this grant. Okay, y'all, this grant opportunity is sponsored by Mindful Founders, Inc., and this is their emergency micro grant for entrepreneurs. It's a $1,000 small business grant opportunity that you will not have to pay back if you are currently experiencing a hardship. The one thing that I would recommend is scrolling all the way to the bottom and signing up for their email list. Likely there's going to be other grant opportunities in there. And as I've said in previous videos, you want to be on as many lists as possible to increase the probability of you getting access to money for your business that you do not have to pay back. You can peruse their website and do all of the things. Once you click apply here, it's going to take you to the application. We've already went through all of the questions. So you're going to click through, do all of the things, and submit your application ASAP, y'all, because you do not want to miss out on this money opportunity. Once you do that, you're going to come back here, you're going to leave me a comment, let me know that you submitted that grant application, and then also come back and let me know that you've won one of these grants that I have posted. And of course, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for taking time out of your day to stream me virtually. I want to thank you for supporting the channel, and wherever you are in the world, I hope that you are having a beautiful day, and I will see you all next time.